better look at me. I'm going to pass it to coin after I say one thing. That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
All right, Brian, we're live, and this is
Are we?
This is our 50th episode, by the way.
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep, the big 5-0.
I think the last time we tried it, we made it to like 4 when we first tried it.
That was in that was
like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, that was like one of those things where like, let's just try this out, see how it goes.
Yeah.
And now we're back, we're committed. We hit over 20 views on YouTube, so shout out.
Yeah,
Pumped about
that's
that.
awesome.
But yeah, number 50, and we had a really good week 1 in my opinion.
I do think it's fitting number 50 is like start of football season, because obviously it's kind of where we started, but it is, I think it's nice just kick it off with week 1 of football season.
Yeah. With that being said, should I just let you have the floor about just give the people what they want? The Brian Russ Bengals rant.
I don't have a rant today. I'm pumped. I don't have a rant.
The BRBR.
1-0. 1-0 in the division. 1-0 on the road. What do you want? What else you want from me? That's what you're getting.
You're not.
And I'm pumped.
Okay, so you've had a few days to. I mean, we're on a podcast, dude. Like, let's talk about it a little bit. This is your team. This is. I understand. They won.
No, I know. Okay, I'll get into it more. But moral of the entire story is, like, did they look like shit? Yes.
Yes.
Was it the Browns?
Yes.
Did they have 7 yards of total offense? First team to win a game with that low of yards in the last 25 years? Yes. Did they deserve to win?
No.
No. But did they win?
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Are you buying into where the Bengals, we start off slow? This is how it's going to be. I'm glad we got away with one rather than last year. If we won that first game, we would have gotten to the playoffs kind of.
Yeah, so
narrative.
That's my mentality completely, because if the Bengals lost that game last year 16-10, they won today's game 17-16. They shouldn't have won this game. I in no way, shape, or form think they were the better team out there this time around. But they capitalized on turnovers that they received from Joe Flacco. They were great picks. They weren't like Flacco threw bad passes. They were tip balls that they picked off. Defense looked a lot better, which was encouraging. But for whatever reason, the Bengals just start off slow. Like, good thing, I think it's a thing they played in preseason. Like that mattered. Like, it didn't mean shit. Like, they looked terrible. I don't know if it's I think it's a Zach Taylor thing. I think it's also partially a Joe Burrow thing. There's something about, he just doesn't, even the good plays that they made, he just doesn't seem to process as quickly. Yeah, he just doesn't seem to process as quickly in these first couple games. And like he said it in Hard Knocks, he's like, I think in the beginning of the season, I'm too scared to not turn the ball over. And I think he just is a little bit more cautious at the beginning of the season. Yeah, and that's why he wants to play preseason, because I think he's thinking, the more action I see, the more defense I see, the more I play, the quicker I'll loosen up. I think they did better. They played better this year. Just like, obviously they won, but compared to the last couple years, 2 years ago in Cleveland, they put up 3 points. Last year at home against them, they put up 10. They put up 17 points this week, 14 in the first half. Offense stalled in the second half, obviously. But the amount of games the Bengals should have won last year and they didn't win, like, it felt good to be on the other side of it for once. Hey, yeah, we didn't put our best. We didn't play our best, but we snuck away with a win. Like, if you're the Ravens fan, would you rather lose 41-0 or 41-40 the way they lost? 41-40 the way they lost, or win 17-16 the way the Bengals won on Wednesday? You're sitting here. How would you? Which way would I would rather win?
Well, yeah, you'd rather win. I mean, watching that game, even though the Ravens lost, we'll go back to the Bengals. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Sure. Yes. Sure. I agree with you. Like, you might feel a little bit more confident about your team long term, but I don't know. As maybe it's just a Bengals fan thing because of the slow starts. They've lost they've been 0-2 the last 3 years. Zach Taylor has never won a game in week 2 as a head coach. He's been the coach for like 7 years. They've never won in week 2. Like, I think so. All Bengals fans are just like, give me the win. And then, like, you couldn't have asked for a better start. You're 1-0, 1-0 on the road, 1-0 in the division.
I can't believe how optimistic you are right now.
Yeah. They always suck at the beginning of the year. We've seen it like I just said, 0-2 the last 3 years. To sneak away with a win when you didn't play well, I will take it. I'm expecting a lot better showing this week.
I mean, okay, so obviously with the Ravens thing, the comparison you gave me, obviously I'd rather be 1-0 than 0-1, right?
Mhm.
But the Ravens look so good and the Bengals look so bad. And the Bengals played the worst team, second worst team in the league, and the Bills are Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
With playing against MVP and all that.
I
want the win. But like I want the win, but I think the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. That's basically what I'm saying.
The only reason I disagree with that is because for whatever reason, the Ravens just can't win these games like that. How many times have we seen the Ravens blow leads like that? Like you saw the memes going around about all the games the last 4 or 5 years where they're up 2 scores in the late third quarter, whatever. They can't close out games.
I get it. But to play devil's advocate, because I agree. I mean, I think it's part Josh Allen, but also first game of the year, they looked unbelievable. Like
they did.
They're away, prime time. Shit just did not go their way. You know, like it just happens sometimes. But man, did they look good. And man, was it scary. Like that offense is scary.
I mean, I think we kept saying it. They look like a wagon. They're just like, I mean, the way that game started, the way the offense looked, they're the best team in the AFC. They are the most talented team in the AFC. They have the most, like, everyone always talks about the Bengals' weapons and, you know, these teams' weapons. Like, you have Lamar Jackson, you have Derrick Henry, and you have Zay Flowers. Like, yeah, Zay Flowers, yeah. He might not be like Andrews. The greatest.
Isaiah Likely's not even back.
Yeah, true. See, another one. There you go. Bateman is fine. But
and also they have DeAndre Hopkins, who still has it apparently.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable catch. I think it was the only catch of the game. That was an unbelievable catch.
I think he only played like 7. I think he had like 7 routes or something crazy like that.
Is that it? Okay, yeah. But that's what he's there for, right? Is for plays like, and they said that in the broadcast. That's what he's there for.
Go long.
Yes, that's what he's there for. For plays like that, he's a veteran presence. And then on the defensive side of the ball, like they're stacked on the defensive side of the ball. Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks is going to be a stud. We talked about him a lot this offseason leading up to the draft as someone who I thought would fit really well with the Ravens. And, of course, he ended up with the Ravens. And they're like Kyle Van Noy. They have a good defensive line, a lot of young talent that they drafted. Kyle Van Noy is not young. A lot of defensive talent that they drafted there. And so I think they're stacked. It's just, for me, it's the same thing why I didn't take them in my Super Bowl prediction, is it just feels like they're not. When push comes to shove against these good teams in the playoffs, I just can't count on them doing it 3 times in a row in the AFC playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. Would it surprise me if they got there? No, because I think they're the most talented team in football. Them and the Eagles, I think, are the 2 most talented teams in football. But man, you're not going to quiet the doubters with when that happens. And I think you saw that a lot this week after the fact. Like another game that they couldn't close out. But am I scared of them as a Bengals fan? Yes, I am terrified. Like I still think they're going to win the division. They're the class of the division, and that's the way it is. But do I feel good being 1-0 compared to them being 0-1? Heck yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course, because that doesn't matter anymore.
Yes, it doesn't matter. It's in the past now. We'll forget about it in 2 weeks.
But to ask me, your question was basically, would you rather be 1-0 or 0-1? Obviously, I'd rather be 1-0.
Yeah, the question may not.
Everyone's going to be afraid of the Ravens now.
Yes.
Also, off the top of your head, because the Ravens play the Browns this week. Off the top of your head, the last 3 years, what do you think their record against each other is?
I bet you, the last 3 years, I bet you it's 3-3. I bet you we split it.
It is. Damn it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't that
fun. The Browns, like, and this is my whole point with the Bengals. The division games are hard.
Yeah.
The Browns play everyone tough. Yeah. And they play, like, the Browns specifically play everyone so tough. Like, their defense is so, Miles Garrett's a freak. You can get out of that game with a win. Like, there's a stat that I didn't even know. The Bengals, until last year, hadn't won a game at Cleveland since, like, 2018.
What?
Yeah. Last year was the first year they had won in Cleveland since 2018. Isn't that nuts? That's what I mean.
Yeah, but the Bengals kind of
they did suck,
you know. Yeah. Like they've kind of been on the same level besides that one Super Bowl year, you know.
I think and I think they lost in Cleveland because it was the last game of the season. They didn't play any starters that year, so there's some of that in there, I'm sure. But yeah, moral story. I am pumped to be 1-0. I am pumped it was a division win. I'm pumped it was a road win. Am I a little bit nervous about the Jacksonville game this weekend? Yes, of course.
Should be.
But I'm
My
going to
boy.
enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy this while it lasts.
My boy Trevor Lawrence is coming to town.
If they would have lost, very different Brian today.
Oh God, I would have paid for that kind of Brian.
If they would, you should watching the game. Very different Brian than you're seeing right now.
I mean, you were texting me like I feel like
Yeah,
I should be drunk for this.
Yes, I think I texted you that at like 9 a.m. too.
Yeah, you did. You were you were on one, but
yeah, they usually am.
I love it. I love that. Anything else? Anything else this
That's
week
it for Bengals.
that? I know, but I'm talking about
This
other
week.
games. There's other games besides, you
Mhm.
know, like did.
Is it really?
I mean, do you just want to go Vikings, Bears right now?
Before we go Vikings Bears, I do think there's one we need to talk about that I think you're gonna like talking about. Can you guess?
Is it the Steelers?
Yeah, Steelers Jets, man. Like the over under 38.5.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And what was it? 35 to 33?
30, 34, 32.
34, 32. Like just that was the most electric game besides the Ravens and Bills, but
Bills.
like in the early slate, like I kept flipping back and forth. Like I tried to go back and forth during commercial the Bengals games. I'm like, holy shit, it's like they've each scored twice. And like I'm sitting over here watching Bengals Browns and it's like, you know, no one's scoring. I don't think a lot of people expected that. I think it's very cool that both those teams may have found an offense. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I didn't watch that game. I was just going to ask you, was it more of the defense isn't good or these offenses are pretty solid?
So
because like I see, because like for me, I see like the box score and I'm like, we got Aaron Rodgers, 250 yards or whatever he had and 4 touchdowns and Justin Fields went off. But so many points were scored. And I feel like both those defenses are usually, you know, ones that are like, all right, solid defense, we'll figure out the offense. But it kind of looked like it was opposite this week.
So same thing. I didn't watch a ton of it just because that's the only problem with when you have a team you cheer for that plays at the noon slate is like your 95% of your focus is on that game, right? But I did go that one specifically. I went back and watched like the condensed version of it, like the 30-minute version of the game, just because I heard there was some fluky stuff that happened in the game, kind of to your point of
Love
like,
that.
was it really that two high flying offenses or was there some stuff going on in between there? And for example, like Pittsburgh's last drive, but they kicked a 60-yard field goal to take the lead with like a minute left or whatever. They got a defensive penalty that got them 15, 20 yards. And then the very next play, Aaron Rodgers throws a pass to DK that sauce deflects, bounces off a Steelers player and lands in DK's lap while he's on the ground. And he had no idea it hit him in the chest. Like
I did see that, yeah.
There's just some of that fluky stuff, right, that you don't see with, like, to your point, when you're box score watching. And it's like, okay, that is lucky. And then they make a field goal, a 60-yard field goal. So without that play, they don't win the game. And I do think Rodgers specifically, some of his stats and his touchdowns, I don't think he played as well as the box score says. Like he threw some bad passes, some drop picks. One of the touchdowns was like a little dump pass that ran in for whatever, 30 yards or whatever it was.
Hey, man.
No, I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I'm just saying, like, I'm agreeing with your point of like, sometimes box score watching, it's hard to get the full picture, right?
Yeah.
I think they both, still have very good defenses, but the Jets specifically, I think they found something on offense. Like, I think what they did with Justin Fields in the run game, Breece Hall looked really good. I think it's going to be a tough team. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they're going to be a team that's going to cause some problems. Same with Steelers. I think Steelers are going to cause a lot of problems.
So how can I say this? So are you a believer in the Steelers or are you more a believer in the Jets after what you watched? Because the Steelers, you know, AFC North, tough division. And then you have AFC East.
AFC East, yeah.
Yeah, AFC East with the Jets, Bills, Dolphins look terrible.
God.
Patriots didn't look good. I guess it's because I would say on paper the Steelers are better, right? But if you put the Steelers in the AFC East, you know, they're a lot better. So what do you think? Do you think Jets are a playoff team?
So I think coming out of this game, I expected the Steelers to be a better team in general, but and this isn't to say I feel better about the Jets making the playoffs than the Steelers, but I feel better about the Jets than I feel about the Steelers, if that makes sense. Like, I think the Jets showed more of like what they did on offense, I think was that. Like, I'm not a big Justin Fields guy. I'm not a huge Justin Fields believer. I think what they were able to show on offense, like with their run game and some of the plays that he made throwing the ball, if you're a Jets fan, I think you come out of that game feeling a lot better than you did going into it. And Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh was a fringe playoff team to begin with, and I think that's what you kind of thought you were. Sure, you might feel really good about Rodgers putting up 4 touchdowns and like being a little bit more explosive than probably what you thought it would be. But I think, like, as a fan, I would be more excited if I was a Jets fan coming out of the game than a Steelers fan. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I mean, Jets fans, or Steelers fans are looking for a Super Bowl every year, no matter who.
Correct.
No matter who's behind center, no matter who their offensive coordinator is, they're expecting to win every year because they usually have a good defense. Mike Tomlin's a good coach, and just their culture in general. But I heard a lot of great things about Aaron Rodgers. I did hear some of those passes where there was like 2 or 3 that were like drop picks, but also like he had to throw some of these like unbelievable like off balance throws that he still has, and that's cool to.
And I think their offensive, and part of it is their offensive line did not look particularly great, which I think that was something we knew coming into the season. And so that's part of it, right? Is sometimes you're put in bad positions as a quarterback if your line isn't blocking for you, like you got to make some quick decisions. And again, to go back to my previous point, because I think it was a good question you asked, like the Steelers feel great because they're 1-0. I'm not trying to say like you feel better as a Jets fan being 0-1 than a Steelers fan being 1-0. I'm saying like coming into the season with season expectations, I think Jets fans are probably feeling a little bit better about how their team played compared to Steelers fans in terms of like, hey, we actually might have a shot this year. Or Steelers fans knew they had a shot coming into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, they were expected to. I mean, they're kind of all in with these veterans, and then the Steelers or the Jets, they get, like, what are we going to get with Justin Fields, and what's our team going to look like? Are we going to suck again?
Yes.
I mean, it's even the Browns, like they're a competent quarterback away from being a good team.
Yeah.
Like they have a good offensive line. They have a great defense.
Yeah.
They have good weapons, especially if Quinshon Judkins, I think he signed, but like when they figure that whole thing out, like they have a good team. Could be a great team. I mean, think of if Baker Mayfield was still in the Browns.
I know, it's crazy.
That'd be insane. Insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They ran him out of town. He had a hurt shoulder, and they're like, go throw it 60 times.
I know.
It's insane.
Browns fans, man. I hate you, Browns
sucks.
Fans. But yes, to your point, I think Jets have a lot of defensive pieces. I think that was the question. Was Justin Fields, how's the offense going to look? I think they look great. I think they're going to be competitive. I think they'll obviously win some games. And then Steelers, same thing. They're always going to be a tough out. They're never under 500. I expect it to be similar this year. I'm curious how their team evolves as the season goes on. And obviously they just need Rodgers to stay healthy. And obviously when you're 41, it's always going to be a question. The other one, before we get into a couple of things before we get into the Bears, Minnesota, because that game was also wild. Dolphins stink, man.
Hey, I posted that clip on TikTok, and we got like 15 comments telling me how dumb I was and how Tua's good when he's healthy and how they still have Tyreek and Waddle and Achane and but they are so bad. And I knew it. Like they just feel like the best way I can describe the Dolphins, they're just a hollow team. Yeah. Like they just like nothing. Like I think about those players that they have, and all I could think of is like, man, I just don't. There's just nothing they have I believe in, and I think it's a Tua thing. And it's not because he's left-handed, because I know you have a prejudice against left-handed quarterbacks.
Just what I'm saying to you.
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows it. And it's a problem, honestly. But anytime Tua gets touched, and honestly, I feel like he has no zip on the ball he throws, and it kind of bothers me watching it. I'm like, God, I just don't see it. I just don't see it at all. And Mike McDaniel's going to get fired.
Yes. He's a lame duck. He's a sitting duck. Like, and he's always kind of quirky in his press conferences, but especially coming out of this week 1-1, like you can tell it almost feels like he knows. Like his answers he just seems like depressed.
Yeah.
And as a Dolphins fan, like knowing everyone called it when it happened, like committing $52.5 million or whatever it was to Tua to be your quarterback.
Crazy.
You have to know right now, like, you're never going to compete in the AFC with that. Like, it's not going to happen with the other quarterbacks you have in this division or in this conference. And I feel bad for Dolphins fan, but I need to look at how his contract structured. I'm sure they built themselves out after 2 or 3 years, and they can kind of get out pretty easily, because I don't think they would have done that with Tua specifically without building out and out, because they probably knew they were going to give it 2 more years, and then we'll see from there. But I think they need to go in full rebuild mode. Like, I think you kind of need to dump it and go into rebuild, because I don't think you have the pieces. And then obviously the Tyreek thing is like just sitting out there I think he's probably going to get traded before midway through the season. He's going to end up somewhere else. He's going to, I think, create some waves that they don't want. Might as well get assets for him if you can, if you're going to cut him next year anyway. So
Trying to think where he would go.
I know a lot of people say the Chiefs. I don't know if the Chiefs would bring him back. I don't know if that would make a ton of sense. They don't have like cap space. I don't think either. They'd have to do some manipulating there. And then Steelers. Everyone keeps saying Steelers as another one. Like, if they're really going to go all in,
That'd be crazy.
It'd be interesting for sure.
I mean,
I think-
DK and Tyreek, that'd be insane.
I don't want that to happen, but
It'd be, Team Unk.
that would literally be all in. That would be them going all in. And then
Yeah.
I think the other one for me that I kind of feel bad about, Cam Ward. I think he looked like no one talks about it. Like, he's a first overall pick. I feel like no one really talks about him that much, which I feel bad about, because he's a first overall pick. I thought he looked pretty good. His stats weren't great, but the Titans, I think they had 4 turnovers and 2 turnovers on down, so technically 6 turnovers of the Broncos, and still lost. And man, Brian Callahan is getting absolutely destroyed for Bengals OC, and
Well,
he is getting destroyed.
wasn't there like 8 drops in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I watched part of that. Like, I watched the end of that game once the Bengals game was over. They had so many chances to win the game. Like, and yeah, Calvin Ridley had a couple drops. Like,
There's a video of Cam Ward's dad. Did you see that?
Yes. Yeah, where he's like
Stood up, yeah.
yeah, and like kind of put his hands up and like went over to the railing and was like, "Someone catch the ball." I do feel bad for. I do think Cam Ward's in for we're going to fire our head coach after 1 year of being with Cam Ward. He's going to have to go to a new system, new coach.
Wait. You think they're going to fire Callahan?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. They got rid of Rabel for him.
Yeah, I think they're going to fire Callahan. Did you see what happened? He didn't know about the catch rule.
Yeah.
They converted
no one knows what a catch is. What are you talking about?
Sure. But this was he said, like, in his press conference after the game, he was like, elbow was down, but foot wasn't down. You need 2 body parts down. And everyone's like, no, the elbow counts as 2 feet. And then he admitted in his press conference the next day that he was wrong and he should have challenged it. It was a somewhere big point in the game. It was like 1st and 20, and they converted the first down on a big play.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's on the staff for not getting in his ear.
That's true. I do think, but like, he picks his staff. Like, he picks these people to.
I get that, but you don't fire the head coach for that.
I think Titans fans are like,
do you
gonna burn him it's a witch hunt. Yeah, I think it's a witch hunt right now. So
what?
I just
there's no way.
I feel bad.
There's no way Titans fans are like more aggressive than Bengals fans. I'm not saying the Bengals fans are aggressive, but Zach Taylor should be fired before him.
They come from the same tree. They're the same. They both stink.
All right, so get them both out.
No, if Brian Callahan, I think Bengals, if he gets fired, he's coming back to Cincinnati. Guarantee it.
Jesus Christ, just fucking, they love mediocrity, huh?
No, they do. Yeah, they do.
Well, how about that? Really quick, how about that Bucks Falcons game?
Yeah, that was a good game. It was a good finish.
Coup.
Yeah.
Shanked 2. Did you see the one before they called the timeout? He missed it.
I don't think I saw I saw obviously the one that he missed at the end, but I don't think I saw the one that he missed earlier. I heard he missed 2 though.
No, well, they were going
before the timeout.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. He missed both. Yeah.
And then after the timeout, he pushed it. Yeah. That guy's battling demons, man. And he's been real solid. That sucks.
Yeah, he's been good.
The Falcons are good, but the Bucks are going to be like, Ibuka looks unbelievable. Like, imagine when Godwin gets back, they're going to be so good.
Well, he was praised a lot in training camp. Ibuka, like, everyone said he was, like, Mike Evans said he was fantastic, and catching the game-winning touchdown in your first game is a pretty good way to start your career. Those games are always fun. Like, I feel like. Go ahead.
I heard someone, who was it? it might have been on the McAfee show. They were talking about how he's been a number 2 receiver his whole career because when he was at Ohio State, he had Marvin Harrison and then he had Jeremiah Smith. And he's like, he's a freak, but he's like playing with these other freaks. And so he fits right in with Mike Evans. And then when Godwin comes back, it's going to be even better. And apparently, like the last touchdown they scored, he basically like called it. He like called the shot. He's like, I'm going to be open on this route.
I think that was cool that he said, "Give me on a post." Like he said, "Give me. I'm going to win this route." And they said it was a play they called like 2 or 3 plays earlier or something, and they ran it the exact same play again because they knew how they were going to defend him. Yeah, I think it's sick. And to have the confidence to do that as a rookie in your first game is
hell yeah,
awesome.
that's so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
I hate that he went to Ohio State, but
I know. Yeah. Real quick, this is kind of off. LSU or OSU wide receiver? You. Who would you pick?
Well, that's a good question. Okay, so Ohio State in the league right now, they have
Marvin Harrison. Here, I'll read you some of them. Marvin Harrison, McLaurin, Buka, obviously, Chris Olave,
Christian Watson.
Did Watson go to?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. Look it up, Brian.
Garrett Wilson.
I don't know who else.
What am I drawing a blank? I know there's more. That was like 5 though.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. LSU is the top 2 receivers in the league right now.
And I think that's they might have 4 of the top 10. You got Brian Thomas
Neighbors
Jr.
too.
And Neighbors.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. LSU. Yeah. What are we talking about? That's crazy.
I think Ohio State has more depth. Like there's a lot more of them, but the ones from LSU are a lot better. Although Kayshon Boutte for New England, he had like 100 yards this week.
Yeah, I just picked him up in one of my leagues too.
Yeah, he did well.
Damn. Yeah, I would give it to LSU. Honestly, yeah. Then you can give like Ohio State like running back you.
Yeah, probably yeah.
Or something.
DN you.
No. Why? Because the Bosa's,
Chase Young, Sam Hubbard. Who else?
Brian.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, come on.
Example. Yeah. Sorry.
Just completely derailed.
Yeah,
just completely derailed. All right, Viking. We'll just talk about the Vikings game.
Yes.
We were texting throughout the whole game, and we were sending memes. We were sending texts about how could they get rid of Darnold after winning 14 games. You sent me a meme saying they should honestly do this, and it was a picture of Kirk Cousins, and I agreed. And then all of a sudden, the fourth quarter happened. I think his average air yards was like 6 in the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter was 11. Yeah. And then the average throw before run, is that a stat?
Depth of target. Average depth of
air yards. Yeah, it was like 3 yards or something, or like average like run after catch. Like the yak was like, I don't know. Anyway, the stats in the fourth quarter were just completely different. He just looked like he flipped a switch and got comfortable. And we were texting Aaron, and we're like, you asked who would you rather have, JJ or Caleb? And he said Caleb, and I said JJ. And the reason I say JJ is because he's on the road. It's his first ever NFL start. Time. He brings his team back from a 2-score game after throwing a pick 6. Like, you can throw out anything he did in the first 2.5 quarters because that doesn't matter. It's the same thing with it's almost the same argument as like Bills Ravens. It's the Bills, we're like, oh, is their defense good? Do they have enough weapons? But JJ just fucking turned it on. And then Caleb, the argument against him is he's already had a year in this league. He's got the weapons. He knows the offense. I guess he has a new coach, but it's just, I don't know. Caleb does not look good. It's a bad look.
Yeah. So JJ also been in the league 2 years, and he wasn't that offense. So I'm just gonna throw it out there because he was hurt last year.
He didn't play though.
Yes, he didn't play,
and he was injured. So it's not like he was like taking reps all year.
I agree. I think I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this. Like, I think they both looked like shit. Maybe that's not the right way to say this. Until the fourth quarter when JJ
Caleb looked good in the first quarter and a half.
Yes. Caleb looked good in the scripted plays at the beginning of the game, but you can see where his limitations are as a quarterback. Like, he's super talented. I think if you're a Bears fan, you got to be frustrated out of your mind. He rolls out to his right and throws an absolute laser to a Dunze, like on the sidelines, like a 110-mile-an-hour fastball in perfect placement. But then he can't make the basic reads and basic throws that you see.
Yeah.
And it's
Can't
got
throw
to
a
be so
slant route.
frustrating. Yeah, it's got to be so frustrating as a Bears fan because, like, you can see the talent, you can see it, but then some of the basic stuff that should be rudimentary is
You know what it sounds like?
not. Huh.
Sounds like Carson Wentz.
Yeah, you know all about Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he could do all the spectacular stuff, but dude couldn't just throw a nice, simple
Hit
out
a
route.
5-yard slant. Yeah.
Yeah, but man,
And
he could do some cool stuff.
yeah, no, I get that. And I do agree. Like, Caleb, I think you expected him to come out in this game, and they had all the chances in the world to win this game. I think it was similar to, like you said, similar to Ravens Bills. Like, you thought the game was over in the third quarter. Like,
Yeah,
I started getting ready to go to bed. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to bed. This game sucks. I don't want to watch this. I'm gonna go lay in bed. And then I ended up watching the whole game, obviously, because the Vikings came back at the end, and JJ led a couple great drives and got Justin Jefferson involved. Threw a great pass to Aaron Jones. In the end, like, it was a great throw to Aaron Jones I think that was to take the lead. And then he showed his rushing and his athleticism and rushed for the last touchdown. Like, I do think it was awesome to see him come back. And you can kind of see he just kind of has that. He kind of has that. It feels like he has that it factor that's not really, you can't really quantitate. Like, you can't put a stat to it, but like certain quarterbacks just kind of have that thing where when the game's on the line, like you have confidence in them. And I think he showed that, especially given how poorly he played at the beginning. And I think it was the opposite for Caleb. Like, you kind of feel like he just doesn't have that.
there was those
He didn't
memes.
show up. Yeah.
There's those memes like after the 15 scripted plays, like he's just trash.
Yeah.
And
it's just, like, and like you could see it on like JJ's face when he scored a touchdown. He's like leading, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but like he just
Dog.
seems so into
He's
it.
a dog.
Yes,
That's how you
exactly.
describe it.
Yes,
a dog.
exactly. And
Say it.
and he's a dog. He's a dog.
Say it with the AW though.
He's a dog.
Yeah, there you go.
You happy? Is that you like that? Yeah, you happy about that?
I need to make that a soundbite.
So, and then we both have not been Caleb guys. We've both not, like, I have a ton of Bears family members, friends. They're all like, shit, he doesn't have it. Like, after this game, like, it's just not there. And I don't think the leash is going to be super long with him. He's had a year. They'll give him this year, but I don't think I'm nervous. If I'm a Bears fan, I'm nervous. And if I'm a Vikings fan, I feel great.
Do you think he has the same, what's his name? Do you think Ben Johnson has the same pull that Sean Payton had with Russell Wilson? Like, hey, if I don't like this guy, let's get rid of him and get my guy in here.
I do think it's a Poles decision. I think it's a Ryan Poles decision more so than a Ben Johnson decision.
Think so? You pay this guy
I think
$13 million?
Yeah, I mean, I think they give him this year. I think you give him this year and you go into next year. And yeah.
I'm saying, like, after this year, let's say they win 5 games this year. 6 games. And clearly Caleb is not progressing. I think you can trade him for a good value. I think other teams will give him a chance. Like, I'm sure the Browns would love to give that guy a chance because, why not?
Yeah.
The Saints probably the same way, but I think you could probably still get, good value for a guy like that. But also, I feel like you just don't pay a coach $13 million and not be like, all right, do whatever you want.
Well, and I think that's why a lot of times people like to bring in a GM and a coach at the same time, because you're on the same page. And then that way players that aren't yours and you didn't draft, there's an easy tie to sever. I think that's why it was weird that Poles got an extension through this whole thing. There's that meme, like, we're here to take the North, and they've come in last place all 4 years he's been there. And his quote was, we're taking the North and not giving it back. And he's like 3-15 in the division. It's so whole other conversation, but like, I can't believe they gave him an extension. It makes no sense to me. But I think the fact that they gave him an extension makes it feel like they're kind of giving him the power of the team. I think they give it this year, but if they end up 5-12 or whatever, I think they look to bring in some similar to what happened to, was it Justin Fields? Someone recently, like a rookie who didn't live up to expectations, they brought in competition for him. And then like legit competition, not Tyson Bagent. Like I know Bears fans love him, but you bring in legit competition, a veteran or someone like that to compete and try and push him. But it's early on. They might be fine. It is his first game in like a new offense with a new coach. But to your point, they have all weapons. They have a good defense. They heavily invest in the offensive line with, I think they basically turned over. I know it's 3 center and both guards. They got a new center in both guards. They got the best center on the market, traded for 2 guards. It's like they invested around him, and it's time to put up or shut up, in my opinion. And I don't know. I think some of those throws, man, they're hard to, some of the tape, like when you, especially like people who are smarter than me and you who like break this stuff down and post it and stuff, like where I feel like I learn a lot. It's hard to feel good about it, I guess.
Well, it's just like one of those things that we were texting about, like Carson Beck, where like this guy looks like a guy, like you can kind of see it. And the whole first half and half of the third quarter, I was like, man, JJ does not have it. And Caleb looked fine, but he didn't like stick out to me. But then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, JJ McCarthy's hitting all these throws. And then you see all these throws that Caleb's missing that honestly 20 other quarterbacks in the league could easily make.
Mm-hmm.
And right there, I'm like you just don't, there's just something about it where like when you watch it, you're like, all right, I've seen this enough. I watch a lot of football. I hear a lot of people talk, and a lot of the people that I listen to who, I don't want to say trust, but like I value their opinion more than others. Like I value it a lot more over like a first take conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of confirmed what I was watching. So anyway, we'll see. I mean, again, we're overreacting. It's week 1. You never know. Mm-hmm. But Caleb did not look good, in my opinion. And JJ looks like a guy, because if you can go out away, primetime, first game ever, and come away with a win like that, I'm a fan. He got a fan in me that night. After we were just like listing every quarterback. I mean, I think everybody. I had a Ryan Tannehill thought for a second. It's like, get him off the couch.
Yeah. Oh God. That's bad. That's me. No, it's bad. I mean, it wasn't just us. Like everyone was ripping him to shreds.
Well, yeah. I mean, the internet was. I mean, the internet. Yeah.
I do think it's crazy. He won NFC Player of the Week for offense. Like, I think that's a little much. I don't think he deserved to win NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he went like 12 for 20 with an interception and a couple touchdowns. Like, I get it. He had a good nice comeback win. He rushed for 1. He had there was a great comeback win, but I think that was part of just the excitement of him winning that game when it felt like
who cares about those awards?
I'm just saying, it's just something that popped up today that I was kind of like, oh,
we need how about, can we do this? Can we have a Brian Russ Player of the Week award?
Ooh.
Yeah, well, you know what we're gonna do right now?
No.
We say this.
I don't know if
times.
I like this. I'm not prepared for this.
Hold on.
I'm not prepared.
We say this at times where we're gonna start to do something. It doesn't stick, but this is gonna stick. All right, you ready? So you're gonna give everyone your Player of the Week award right now, and it can't be Joe Burrow.
No shit. He played like shit.
I'm gonna give my top 5 teams in the league every week.
Okay.
Fair?
Can we start this next week? I'm not prepared for this. Start next week. We're starting next week.
What do you mean you're not prepared?
I'm not prepared for this.
Do you want me to give? Let me let you. Come on, man. You can think of one.
Okay, I'll give you my Player of the Week this week. It's not going to be anything fun or exciting. I'm just going to give you an obvious one.
Okay. That's what it needs to be. It needs to be obvious.
Josh Allen, Player of the Week this week.
I like that. I mean, hell yeah. Why wouldn't he be?
I mean, comeback win. He looked fantastic. It would have been Lamar probably, and the other, or Derrick Henry.
Probably Derrick Henry.
The Ravens would have won. Yeah, if they had Ravens would have won.
Or Lamar.
But I think the Bill, like he's working with so much less than like the bank, like even Joe Burrow. You know, obviously the Ravens, like he's working with a lot less on offense, on the offensive side of the ball in general. Like,
yeah,
I think his
best weapon's James Cook.
I know James Cook and Keon Coleman played great. Like
he did,
he played great, and
Alexander looked terrible.
We skipped over this game probably in a quicker time frame than we should have, because it could be the game of the year. By the time the season rolls around, like we might have watched the game of the year, and we like kind of skimmed 100%. Over it. And because I brought up the Titans, like, what am I doing? Like, I skimmed over it to talk about the Dolphins and the Titans. But I think it would go to Josh Allen. Like, he carries that team on his back. And as a Bengals fan, like, I've said it many times, if another team's going to win the AFC, I want it to be the Bills. Like, I like Josh Allen as a person. I think he's an amazing football player. I like the Bills, and he gets my player of the week for carrying that team to victory at the end of the game.
You know what we're gonna do? So when we do this, I want you to tweet out Brian's player of the week, and then my power rankings underneath.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine.
You ready for mine?
Yeah.
Because I had a very, very long conversation with my friends in a group chat about like what a great team is and who are the top 10 teams. Like I went in for no reason. It was just one of the guys just says stuff just to say stuff, and I'm like, you gotta think before you speak. He was like, oh, the Bills are going 9-8, and I literally wrote like a whole paragraph of like try to find 5 losses in this. They already played their hardest game of the year. Anyway, all right, here's my top 5. The Eagles won, Super Bowl champs. They get a win. You can't really knock them off number 1, right? It's not biased. It's not biased. Packers 2.
Okay, I like that. I like the Packers too.
We didn't even talk about Packers Lions.
God damn, we have so many games.
So many games.
So many good
right now.
games.
We can talk about right now. Lions win 15 games last year and just get absolutely embarrassed. That was in Green Bay.
It's in Green Bay.
Embarrassed against the Packers, and the offense looked great. The defense looked great.
Micah didn't even play. Like he played, but he only played like 20 snaps or whatever it was.
I mean, he had 3 rushes and a sack, so I mean that's pretty good. But it with the snaps he got. But you could tell he made that whole defense better just by his presence and the hype. And Jordan Love looked great. And they have a good running back. They have great receiving core. Like everyone complains about how they don't have a number 1 receiver, great tight end. They don't have a number 1 receiver, but they have they just re-signed Christian Watson for another year, I guess, for some reason. But
that one was weird to me. Yeah.
Once everyone's back, like that those receivers are so good. Anyway, they're scary.
Can I say something real quick about this game? So I agree. Like it's weird. Lions lose their coordinators, and that's why we talked about how we wanted super high. I don't think either of us picked them in one division. I have to go back and check. But Packers are a Super Bowl pick for me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the Lions until they play the Bears next week. I think we're going to learn a lot about both teams next week. How do the Bears respond? And then Lions, hey, okay, you one game, throw it away. New coordinators, new whatever you want to call it. If they show up and throw up a goose egg against the Bears, then I think you're in a little bit of panic mode as a Lions fan.
Plus, there's that like 0-2 stat
3.
Where like 4 out of
yes
4 out of like 300 or 457 teams that I don't even know if that's right, but it's around that number. I know that
stat well.
Make the Super Bowl
as a Bengals fan. Yeah, I know that stat very well. I hear it every freaking year.
I'm pretty sure the Bengals are one of those 4 teams, though.
They are. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Number 3. This is controversial because they just lost. Number 3 is the Ravens.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go Chiefs there. Okay. Ravens.
This is not a week by week. This is who I think could win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I almost put them 2, but that's almost too high for a team that just lost. But man, do they look so good.
They did.
They're just like, if stuff goes their way, it's just a downhill. I don't know. Like Derrick Henry, how is he doing this? He gets ahead of steam. No one can tackle him, especially when he gets in the secondary. Like a corner can't tackle that guy. And then once you try to play defense for the run, then Lamar runs for 30 yards. I mean, Lamar and Derrick Henry are the real Sonic and Knuckles. Let's be honest.
Yes. I like that, actually.
It's insane. And then you have Zay Flowers, who's fast as fuck, and we've already talked about how good this team is, but they're number 3 for me. Number 4 is the Bills. Josh Allen is, the sole reason for that. He's the reason they won that game, and with a little help, but, you need some help sometimes. And then number 5 is the Chiefs.
Okay.
And the reason they're still there.
2 teams with losses.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are really just there because it's like, if they lose again, I guess they're playing the Eagles this week.
They play the Eagles. They could easily start 0-2.
Yeah, they could.
They could be a part of the statistic.
They could. But if they could be a part of the statistic. You're right. I mean, they have a tough schedule, but
they've been impossible.
And their division is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the top 5. And I mean, the reason the Chiefs are there is because, the Chiefs are the Chiefs.
So
that's scary.
I don't blame you for putting the Chiefs in. I think the Ravens absolutely deserve to be in there. I probably would have just put the Bills ahead of the Ravens just because they beat them. But I get what you're saying from a standpoint of long term. Like, I think I agree with you. I think the Ravens are a better team than the Bills. Like, I think they have better players. I think offense is impossible, but I've already said it. I just don't trust them to win the big game. So that's probably why I'd have the Bills ahead of them. Exactly the reason why they lost this previous game. Like,
I mean, you could make it 3A, 3B, you know?
Sure. 2 other games real quick. We can go over them quick just because you brought them up. Chiefs, Chargers. Yeah, 2 other games real quick. We'll go quick.
Hold on, let me finish. The team knocking on the door, honorable mention, is the Bucks. Is the Bucks.
Oh, I like that. Okay, you're a Bucks fan, man. You love the Bucks.
I don't. They're honestly my arch rival, and only one other person in this world would know why. But anyway, let's talk about these last 2 games that we haven't talked about.
Does that have anything to do with NFL Blitz?
No, it has something to do with growing up with Aaron, whose second team is the Bucks, and we'd always be the Eagles versus the Bucks, and it's the rivalry that no one talks about.
Kind of like that. Chiefs, Chargers. Just because you brought them up. Like, I think we should talk about both those games, the early games that happened last week, because I think they get forgotten very quickly once the weekend comes around. So you had the Eagles, Cowboys, and Chiefs, Chargers. Cowboys look a lot better than I thought they were going to look. Like, that game was so much closer than I expected.
I just think
it's a division game.
I think that was a fluky game. Like, the whole time watching it, Jalen McCarter, gets thrown out. He spits on Dak, gets thrown out. It's the best player in defense, and the whole time Dak has all the time in the world to throw. So, let's just cool it. And it didn't look like, here's a little bias coming out. It looked like the Eagles were like, all right, let's save our good plays for next week. We're looking at the Chiefs. We don't give a shit about the Cowboys. We want the Chiefs again. We want to destroy them. We're going to throw a bunch of dink and dunks. We're not going to even throw to our good guys. We're going to let Jalen run wild a little bit. We're going to let Saquon run a little bit. But we're going to win this game. But now that we don't have a defense, it's going to be a little harder. And I think the corner situation, everyone's like freaking out about the corners. You didn't have a pass rush. So obviously, you have the quarterback has an extra second to throw. And that's going to throw everything off.
I do think
Your thoughts?
that is the weakness. I think that's the weakness of the Eagles is cornerback too. Like, they brought in Mike Hilton this week for a visit. Who knows if he's going to sign? I don't think that's going to be like a massive piece that all of a sudden is going to put them over the top. But potentially that could move Cooper DeJean outside and he could play slot because Mike Hilton's a slot corner, or it could just be depth for DeJean if not. But I think that tells you they're trying to fix that. They're trying to bring in more bodies to try and fix that because I think that's their only weakness. Again, I not having Jalen Carter go out before the game starts sucked. Like, he's your huge impact player on defense, so obviously that's going to create some issues. But man, I just thought the Cowboys, I thought they looked good. Like, Dak looked good.
He did look good.
He was slinging it, man. Like,
yeah, he was.
CeeDee Lamb had 3 drops. Like,
yeah,
he was slinging it, and they had a chance at the end there with that last drive where CD dropped that bomb. And I think that was more why, I was just more surprised. I thought it was going to be a blowout. Given everything that happened with the Cowboys and Michael Parsons, to come into that game, to be super competitive against the defending champions. It's a division game. Division games are always hard. They're always weird. I still think the Eagles are a significantly better team, but that was my takeaway was Cowboys not as bad as I thought they were going to be. I was with you. I thought it was going to maybe be a blowout. I thought it was going to be 13, 14 points.
I feel like the Eagles were playing with one hand tied behind their back.
Sure. That's fine.
That's how it felt.
AJ Brown needs to get involved. That's the other thing.
I think he will. I think everything's scripted. Like last year, the AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, they don't like each other kind of narrative. I think it's all Sirianni, just like, hey, just be patient with me. We're gonna win. We're gonna get you the ball.
No, I agree. I think
you want to talk about the Chiefs Chargers
real quick. Chiefs 0-2. I think it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be weird. I know we just kind of talked about,
and they're gonna make the Super Bowl.
It's gonna be really weird. I do think this could be. I think they got some issues, man. I think they got some issues on the offensive line. I think their defense isn't as good as it has been in the last few years. For whatever, the receivers are also a problem.
Yeah. A lot of short routes, a lot of dink and dunks.
Yeah, Rashid Rice is suspended, and then David Worthy runs into Travis Kelce runs into Xavier Worthy, I guess I should say. It sounds like that was a Travis Kelce issue on the route there. And he could be out for a couple weeks. So it's iffy, and then you got a tough schedule at the beginning of the season. And then the Chargers are good. Like Justin Herbert looked really good.
Thank God. I'm tired
Offensive
of
line
people
looked
saying it's
good.
bad.
Yeah, offensive line looked good. Like that was my worry going in, but Joe Alt looked really good at left tackle. And
Massive human.
he's a ginormous human being.
Just massive.
Like I'm wondering, and this is me probably getting too deep. Like Chris Jones, he's 32 or whatever. Like maybe he takes a step back this year, and the defense just isn't as good. And I don't know. I expected the Chiefs to win just because they're the Chiefs, but I think they kind of got thoroughly outplayed by the Chargers, even though the game was pretty close there towards the end. Agree?
They
Disagree?
did not look that good. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not opening up the offense more with like Mahomes. And I mean, I understand
I
they
thought
have
they were
some
going to.
yeah, I thought they're gonna run wild again. I mean, it's not like they have terrible weapons, but like
I also
again, like Josh Allen doesn't have great weapons either, but he airs it out.
Yeah, I think Pacheco is also not like, and I think I saw
Yeah, I
this
think
from a
he's
lot
bad.
of Chiefs fan. I don't think I don't think they upgraded the running back room enough. He got 5 carries, like that tells you what you need to know.
And they still have Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, the Kareem Hunt. They split the backfield. Mahomes was the leading rusher. And then like Juju Smith-Schuster had 5 targets. Like Hollywood Brown had 16 targets. That's crazy because they had no one else to throw the ball to. And like Travis Kelce, I just don't know. I don't know. Like I bet on him because I thought, hey, he's going to break out this year. Like I thought he was going to kind of have a resurgence here, but it just didn't look great. So I don't think you're worried. You can't be worried about the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. They have Patrick Mahomes. They're going to be relevant. But maybe this is actually the year they don't get all those breaks. They won so many games last year that they probably shouldn't have.
Well, yeah, like they went 11-0 last year in 1-score games.
Yes, like that's going to regress. They're not going to keep that up.
Yeah, but at the same time, great teams find a way
to win the game.
Yeah, just like the Bengals did this week.
Yeah, it's true.
And bad teams find a way to lose, just like the Browns did this week.
Yep, very true. Very true.
All right, let's get to our picks. I think I went 0-3.
Full circle. It was a full circle moment.
Yeah, it was.
That's how you podcast right there.
That's how you do it.
You went 2-1. Wait, did you
lose
on? Hold on.
Okay, dude. Let's just say I went 2-1 and move on.
Hold on. No, you didn't. You went 1-2.
See, there it is.
I gave you a win for the Steelers, but you did not. It was -3. And
yeah, they won by 2. That's what I thought.
All right, so you had Bengals -5.5. Told you not to bet that game. That's on you for trusting the Bengals.
You're right. I'll never do that again.
Yeah, no, I will never. I had people texting me about, hey, should I pick the Bengals in Survivor? I was like, no, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, do not pick them in Survivor week 1. Jags -3.
Would have won.
Well, yeah, they would have. Jags -3.5, which you did win, and then Steelers -3, which was a loss, and then I went 2-1. So I had Cardinals -6.5. You look pretty good. 49ers, Seahawks over 43.5, which was a loss, and then Packers -2.5 was kind of like my risky one, but I think that I had to take them because I had Super Bowl favorites. And 49ers are broken. 49ers are broken. We didn't talk about it. I'm sorry if you're a 49ers fan. I feel bad for you.
Brock
Your
Purdy,
team is broken.
George Kittle,
Brock Purdy,
dead.
Juwan Jennings, day-to-day. Like I
Also,
feel bad.
Danny Dimes, MVP. What are we doing?
Yes, Danny Dimes, MVP. I wonder what his odds are. Probably still really low.
150-1.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go first because I got this week, and we're not picking Thursday's games. Pull it up.
Delay game. I get to go.
Sorry, I didn't. It's making me my Face ID didn't work, so it's making me log in by hand. And then I went 7-6, which I was 7-4 until last game on player props that I posted. I am going to continue doing player props. I'm going to keep track this year of what I go. I always felt like in previous years I needed to force myself to do like 3 for every night game. I'm not going to do that this year. I'm only going to post ones that I actually. Not that I didn't believe in those ones, but like if there's a play if I don't think there's 3 I want to run, I'm not going to run 3. But like the night games, I'll have some for every night game, but I'm not going to force myself to do 3 this year. It's kind of my thought process. Thoughts?
I like that. Do whatever you want to do, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, so let me look at these. Mike and I were talking about the games leading into this. Not that many great matchups this upcoming week.
Pretty brutal.
It is not. Fantastic.
A lot of bad division matchups.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take.
I mean, I guess you could be interested in Bills Jets, but
I'm going to take Patriots money line at Dolphins. They are minus 102 money line at Miami.
Wow.
Do you
That's a
not
good
like
one. You're just like, I'm so out on the Dolphins. You
I'm
don't
so
think
out
that
on the Dolphins. I just saw on the Dolphins. And like Vrabel's a great coach. They have Drake May. Like I think they're gonna figure it out. I think the Patriots have a better chance to figure it out than the Dolphins right now.
man, I'm gonna go. God, this Broncos Colts.
I know. That's what I was just looking at too. It's tough.
Give me Broncos minus 1.5
Yeah.
against Colts at Colts.
Do you feel any worse about the Broncos
No.
kind of putting up a stinker? No, you think it's just first game?
Yeah,
Okay,
their
so
defense
minus
is so
1.5.
good. The Colts are gonna come back to
Yeah, and that's the
form.
thing. Like these beginning parts of the season are always so you never know what. Like we said it last year, you never know what these teams are going to be until like week 3 or 4. Like it's so difficult to figure out what's fluky, what's rust, and all that stuff. So like I like that one too. I think that's an overreaction for the Colts and an overreaction to how bad the Broncos were last year with that line. Let's see, another road team. I don't know why I like picking road teams. I'm going to take a road team. Give me Buccaneers plus 2.5. No, give me Buccaneers money line against the Texans plus 114.
Brian, just take the points, man. Make your
Fine.
You need your record to look better because you get it. You
Fine.
get that one next to it either way.
That's okay. It's fair. All right, I'll take Bucks plus 2.5 minus 1.
This guy goes 2-1 1 week. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take plus odds.
Well, no, it was yeah.
Give me the. With that being said, give me the over 40.5 for the Pittsburgh Seahawks game.
I like that. Is that just hey? I'm gonna ride with this offense.
I think both offenses are pretty solid. It's just, the Seahawks, is Kenneth Walker just not good anymore or what?
A lot of people were saying he was gonna have a big year this year, but yeah, I like Zach Charbonnet. I've always liked Zach Charbonnet, and I think they're gonna split carries. I think, and I just don't think it's gonna be dominated by one person. Yeah,
Every time he got the ball, he got stuffed.
Yeah, I got nothing. I didn't watch much of that game. All right. So my last pick is gonna be God. Why is that over under so high?
Which one?
Bengals Jags. That was when I was hoping to be like 44. Overreacting on the Bengals offense.
Dude, the Ravens are minus 11.5.
Like, I'm super tempted to take the Browns plus 11.5 just because they're close games and like the stat you pulled out earlier, 3-3. But the Browns are not good, and the Ravens they're gonna be fine. All right, I'm gonna do. This is hard, man. This is a hard week this week. You took the over on that game. Give me Cardinals, Panthers over 43.5.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna take Cardinals minus 6.5. That'd have been wild.
No, that's also not bad though.
Yeah. You know what, man?
Philly.
No, I'm gonna take the Rams minus 5.5 against the Titans. I think the Titans stink.
That was the other one I was looking at. Was Rams minus 5.5.
Yeah.
What are the odds on that?
Minus 108.
I will say, just something I'm looking at, pointing out here, just like point out, Chiefs are plus odds or underdogs at home. I'm curious when the last time that ever happened. I can't imagine. I can't imagine it's. I mean, in the playoffs, maybe they were underdogs in like the AFC Championship game or something. But to me, that's crazy. Week 2 and the Chiefs are underdogs at home. It's crazy.
Let's see. The last time the Chiefs were plus odds at home, what year do you think?
2020.
Week 6, 2022. Against the team.
AFC or NFC?
AFC.
2022. Patriots? No, Patriots were bad at that point. Yeah, they were bad at that point. I was thinking it was,
Mac Jones walking in there.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know.
Bailey Zappi.
2022 at home. Who was good? 2022.
Similar teams.
Was it the Bills?
It was.
Wasn't it? Okay.
And
I guess that makes sense.
The Chiefs did not cover. They lost 24. They lost 24-20.
24-20.
And they were plus 2.5.
I'm thinking 2022 is like 2019 or something. When I said the Patriots. Unless
this Google AI is wrong. That's what it's telling me.
I bet you that's right. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Well, follow us at Athlete Pod on what?
I want your prediction for that game. Eagles, Chiefs.
Eagles win by a touchdown.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to bet that.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. But follow us at Traveling Athlete Pod on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. That's at Traveling Athlete Pod. And then on Twitter, where you're going to get Brian's player of the week every week in my top 5 power rankings at Athlete Pod, not Traveling Athlete Pod, at Athlete Pod. I'm sure you can still find it if you type in Traveling Athlete Pod, but at Athlete Pod on Twitter/X. I don't know what people call it anymore. It's Twitter to me. It's X to Brian.
Always
and
will
we'll be
be.
back next week.
No.
Oh, shit. We gotta do it again, dude. Left the lens cap on.